Hey!
Hey everybody, I have such an exciting announcement. We have all been waiting for this. We have moved into phase one of the reopening, and starting this Sunday here in Amite, this Saturday night, the 16th in Franklinton, but Sunday the 17th, we are opening the doors to the church again. I know everybody's been waiting for that, and I am stoked. I'm so excited. Come on in, I'm going to show you a few things. Under the guidelines of phase one, we are able to operate at 25% capacity. That's why we're doing a little restructuring, and I want you to notice the time change. We're still going to have one service on Saturday nights during phase one in Franklinton at 6 o'clock. If you're from Amite, but you're thinking, hey, I would love a Saturday night service instead of Sunday morning, we invite you to come to Franklinton. Franklinton, Saturday night at 6 o'clock, and Sunday morning we're going to have two services here in Amite, one starting at 9 o'clock and the next one starting at 10:30. One of the changes we're having to make, unfortunately, is we will not be able to offer children's ministry during phase one. So over the next couple of weeks, there will not be any nursery or any children's ministry. But we're structuring our services to make them family friendly, as we're calling them. The services are only going to be for 1 hour, 1 hour services. And we're asking everybody, bring your kids into the service. If they make a little noise, that's okay. We'll just deal with it. Please bring their coloring books or something that they can do, and we're all going to join together as a family and worship God. You might be wondering about social distancing. Well, we have you covered. That's why we're having two services. We have plenty of seats here. We have seats in the balcony. And what we're going to do is every other row is going to be available to allow for social distancing. And what we're asking is for families to sit together in groups. If there's 4 or 5 people in your family, 3 people in your family, then of course you don't have to sit 6 feet apart because you live together. So we're going to ask the families just sit together in groups, and we will have plenty of room in here, I believe, and then we'll open the balcony up for anyone that needs to sit in the balcony. And we're just going to have a wonderful time worshiping the Lord. We're not going to be passing the offering buckets this week. We'll have some set up by the back door and by the stage up front. We're not even handing out bulletins this week, just to limit contact as much as possible, because we want to create the most safe environment that we can for our people. You might be wondering, what about sanitation? Well, we have you covered. We have an ample supply of hand sanitizer here. We have all that we need, and when you get here, the building will be sanitized. There'll be little stations around the building. If you feel like you need to sanitize your hands, please go ahead and do that. There's no problem with that at all. And in between services, and even during service, periodically, we'll sanitize the door handles and the bathrooms, so there's no problem in that area. Unfortunately, one thing we're not going to be able to offer for the next couple of weeks is our coffee service. So please go ahead and drink you a big cup of coffee before you get here. And we also really ask everybody to follow the social distancing guidelines. We're not providing masks at church. We're not requiring that anyone wear a mask. But if you would like to wear a mask, by all means do that. And hey, we are a loving, hugging, kissing, handshaking church, but we ask during this period, as we're doing our best to follow the social distancing guidelines, just try not to hug people and shake hands. We've instructed our ushers and hospitality team just to give waves, maybe an elbow bump. And you know what, church? We're going to be through this soon. We're going to be back to normal, and everything's going to be like it was before, and we're going to continue pressing on into the things of God. And I'm believing that God's going to do some great things this weekend as we reopen the church for the public. God bless. Have a great week, and we look forward to seeing you Saturday night if you're from Franklinton or coming to the Franklinton service, and Sunday morning at 9 and 10:30. God bless.